ये कैसे कपड़े पहने हुए तुमने?
केस सुना होगा कि कोई किसी लड़के के पास जाकर बोलता होगा ये सब कि ऐसे मत करो वैसे मत करो.
I remember I was checked for what I was wearing was when I was 8.
They would always be like these small statements, like you need to wear a longer top with those leggings, you need to wear a dupatta with that kurta.
It's the age old, we're saying this for your own good.
I trust you, but I don't trust the men on the street.
पहले मैं एक पार्क में बैठी हुई थी और मैंने बहुत बेसिक से कपड़े पहने हुए थे. एक जीन्स पहना हुआ था और एक कोल्ड शोल्डर टॉप पहना हुआ था. आंटी आती हैं और मेरे से बोलती है कि बेटा तुम्हारा ना ब्रा स्ट्रैप यहाँ से दिख रहा है. ब्रा स्ट्रैप यहाँ से दिख रहा है और ये अच्छा नहीं लगता है ऐसे. यहाँ पर लड़के वड़के बहुत घूमते हैं, सेफ नहीं है. उन्होंने मेरा ब्रा स्ट्रैप अपने हाथ से सही करा और फिर बोला कि तुम अच्छी लड़की लगती हो, ऐसे नहीं करते हैं.
मैं तुम्हारी मम्मी से शिकायत करूंगा कि तुम कॉलेज में शॉर्ट स्कर्ट्स पहनकर बॉयज को एक्साइट करने की कोशिश. एक्सक्यूज मी, I said no short skirts in the college, please.
There was a lady who had come to our house discussing all about religion and what's good, what's not good. She pointed out to my skirt. She said, skirts like this take you to hell, Lady Diana.
When I was living in Mumbai, I think a couple of years ago, I'd given this one top to a tailor near my house because it was really loose and it needed to be taken in from the side. When I got back home and I tried it on, I noticed that it also pulled up the shoulders a little bit and sort of raised the neckline, and it wasn't even that deep to begin with. And then there was this dress that I wanted him to make. It was a very pretty thin collar, V-neck. And he seemed very hesitant and I was like, what happened? So he's like, ये ज़्यादा deep हो जाएगा. And then I ended up convincing him that I would wear an inner with the dress.
I was stepping out for a friend's birthday party and I really wanted to wear this cute purple strap top with jeans. And I remember being told by my family at that time that, straps are just not okay. And I would either have to change out of it or cover it up with a jacket or a shrug.
It was a classic work setting. This is a company I used to work for many, many years ago. And I was called into the conference room by my head HR, asking me to not wear what I was wearing on that day. She very bluntly told me that what you're wearing is not acceptable in this office because we've seen men look at you in this particular outfit. What I was wearing was a play suit which was a little over my knees, and over that I was wearing a green, like an oversized jacket on top.
When I was working at the prominent research institutes in Delhi, we had gone for an outing and it was in April and it was really, the sun was on overhead, and I decided to put a dupatta over my head. And one of my lab mates, she comes running to me and she says, take that off. And I was like, why? What's wrong with this? It's like, no, your RPI doesn't like it. She doesn't like women being enslaved. And I was like, what's enslavement in a dupatta over my head? She's like, no, she wants modern and liberal women.
दुपट्टा कहाँ है तुम्हारा?
It is true that even though some of us believe that women shouldn't be questioned about what they were wearing when something terrible happened to them, women are.
I think what happened is, on some level, I internalized that, okay, my body is the problem. That it is this deeply offensive, disgusting thing that needs to be covered up at all times. And I could be seen, but I had to be seen only under very specific conditions and in very specific ways.
Is it just that I'm feeling comfortable in what I'm wearing, or is it just comforting that nobody seems to have a problem with it?
Did you ask these men why they were looking at me? Do you think that is acceptable?
हमारे पास चॉइस होनी चाहिए ना अपने कपड़े पहनने के लिए. आफ्टर ऑल हम जो कपड़े पहनते हैं वो हमारी पर्सनालिटी का एक एक्सटेंशन है.
These loose, comfy shorts that I have are always questioned wherever I go, any relative's house. Whereas the men of the house are very often wearing, like, just shirtless or wearing boxers, and yeah, I wonder what that unquestioned freedom must feel like.